Greetings, people. It's Mr. Pooh, the trigger, yet again on another episode of the Enlightenment series. So, the Pharaoh of Warri, to those of you who do not know the Pharaoh of Warri is Jeremiah Omoto for fame. The reason why we call him the Pharaoh of Warri is because he's holding the people of God hostage. And because he's tormenting a certain lady called Ruth Matthew, a disabled lady called Ruth Matthew, who was physically challenged. And the reason why he's harassing and tormenting this woman, threatening her and pursuing her, is because this woman lost a child at his church 3 years ago. And he did everything within his power to cover up for this abduction of this little boy. Everyone who has tried to voice out, to advocate for this little boy's justice, this man called Jeremiah Omoto for fame, the Pharaoh of Warri, he has done everything within his power to suppress those people, to get those people arrested. Not just those people, but he actually got the mother of the child arrested. Not once, but several times. The reason why he has been arresting people concerning this issue of a missing child is because he does not want to be asked to release the CCTV footage. In the CCTV footage is the piece of footage that has all the details as to how this child was abducted at his church premises. And the reason why he does not want to release it is because he knows he is going to get implicated. He knows his people are going to be seen in the footage, and those people are connected to him. For the past 3 years, he has been reluctant to cooperate. For the past 3 years, he has been doing everything within his power to make sure that the mother of this child suffers. Right now, he's taking the mother of this child to court. And he is saying that she defamed his character. Before we go deeper into that case, which I think most of you know already, let's analyze this quick topic of the conversation. This very same man, he once gave a prophecy again, before we go deeper into the video, concerning this missing child. And he said, if I be a prophet of God, this missing child will be found in less than 4 days.
Now, if this baby comes out, what will you do? What will you do?
I will rededicate myself to God.
You rededicate?
I will rededicate myself.
What about you? If this baby, now the enemies, the Lord said, he said the baby, he has set confusion among the people that who caused this calamity. But I'm telling you,
a feast of thanksgiving.
hey, listen, take this my word. Even 1 second to this motor round up, this baby that missing, you hear a good news.
Amen.
Even 1 second to this month, what I have seen in the realm of the spirit, I'm seeing.
4 days elapsed. The child was never found. And he came back again, and then he said he never gave that prophecy. But the internet never forgets. We have proof of all his gimmicks and all his lies. But let's jump into the recent prophecy that he just gave. He prophesied about the elections of Nigeria. He has warned the people of Nigeria. He's trying to create panic in the nation of Nigeria. He's trying to unsettle, to create a social unrest in the nation of Nigeria. If we have responsible authorities in Nigeria, men like Jeremiah Omoto for fame, they must be detained. They are a threat to the society. Because everything that they are talking about, people will believe it because people think this man is hearing from God. Yet this man hears from nothing. This man sees nothing in the spirit. He has no gift of prophecy whatsoever. Everyone that you have ever seen him prophesying to, it was RNG. It's people that he had collected their information through some of his dubious ways. This man can't prophesy. Nigeria is a very religious nation. When they hear these so-called prophecies from these men calling themselves prophets, they believe all that nonsense. But I've told you people times without number that in Nigeria there's no prophet that can see in the future. There's no man that calls themselves a prophet that can do healing miracles. Especially this one called Jeremiah Omoto for fame. Today he's coming. Recently, I think a few days ago or a day ago, he told the nation of Nigeria that there will be a social unrest. There will be civil crisis amongst Nigerians and opposition parties. And all this is claiming is coming from God. Nigerian authorities need to arrest this man. He is a threat to the society. Listen to what he said in the whatsoever called prophecy.
This prophecy is about Nigerian forthcoming presidential election. Mark it. Mark it. People may ask, everybody is now looking for who and who to win and who am I going to vote for. But I want to tell you something that which the Lord warned me. I come back again. I'm just reminding you some few prophecies. The former presidential election, and also told you about what happened, the last one. How the presidential election was postponed. Even second to the hour of voting, they will postpone election. That's what I said, and really it was postponed. But this is another one. Prophecy. Listen to me, viewers all over the world, wherever you are. My message to you, write it down. Internet shall never ever forgotten. Now listen. This how I am not about the people that who are contesting. The Lord said there is something that's going to happen that which I want to let you know as an expo that's coming up. I don't have interests of the people that who want to win. I'm not going there. Where I am going is this. The election started. Before the election, I don't know, we are all brothers. I don't know why we are killing each other. Before the election, killing has started. Killing going to start. They were going to attack each other. They're going to attack each other. Bloods are sharing. This is called attacks. Before the main presidential election. The day of the presidential election, something happened. The only thing that happened that surprised me in the realm of the spirit, the Lord said I should pray for the youth. Pray for the youth. And also pray for the government, Nigeria. What is about to happen? I'm seeing youth fighting against youth. Youth killing youth. Presidential election that's forthcoming, 2023. I'm seeing pilot units have been destroyed. I am seeing what is called gunshots. People were running. Gunshots. I am seeing this place of these units are now on fire. I'm seeing this is called another thing we call it. This is called, I don't know. The main points. Brother is killing brother. Officers are also fighting the youth, and the youth are fighting the officers. I repeat, officers are fighting the youth, and the youth are fighting. What are you looking for? It is blood. Bloods are there. Guns. The main thing is this. The election was made. When the election was made, I'm seeing only two people that contesting. Two people contesting. In other words, the two people that who are the main people. And these two people that contesting, physically you are seeing three, but two that have the fights. And these two people are contesting. Suddenly, somebody won. When the person won, as people were now shouting, another media just came and superseded the media that first making noise. First of all, listen to me well. They will announce somebody that who is going to win. And when the person wins, then another person, another media was just taking place everywhere, taking place. Don't win, no, you don't win, no. Before you know, another one come up from nowhere. Announcement just come and supersede. Boom, the other one silent. And I saw another presidential candidate taking another presidential candidate. We must go to court. We must go to where? We must go to what? Trouble started. Everywhere. No, we don't agree. No way. Runoff. Let's go to runoff. Let's go for by-election. But when they were doing like this, they counsel some areas that where they voted, some local governments cannot even vote. Some places that even not vote. But announcements. 2 announcements. The first one, the people will now say, hey, we don't win, oh, we don't win, oh, we don't win, oh. Malaka! Malaka! Suddenly, that's meaning of Malaka. Another one come up. The force was too much, so the other one cannot withstand it. But what I want to tell you people, even stick, the Lord told me, even stick that won the seats, count 6 months from the swearing in, there must be a changes. The Lord has heard our cry. What you are passing through this year, what you have passed through for the past days, that nobody can control, everybody crying. But this person that who will be at the seat, who will be at the seat, 6 months, 6 months, the things have started changing for good, not for bad. For good, for good, for good. Is God that want to put somebody there that in order to now to save us, I don't after parties. I hereby pray for the forthcoming election. The blood, we are all brothers. There's no need a brother to kill a brother. Now, the thing that's going to happen again, I will still let you people know. Any information that comes, I will see continue. Therefore, the person that who listen to this one well, who wins, that person that who wins needs prayer. After the person started changing is coming up. Powers began to now start fighting the man. Nigeria, the presidential candidates, immediately the person wins, the person needs prayer. Go for great men of God and pray for you, because immediately the person wins, the person acts in order to change, give a change. The person will not listen to people. The person have what is called in order to now, God have touched already. Whatever thing we are saying here, all the vote we are voting, God has already perfected it. Man may think what a man is thinking, that is not the final issue of God. God's, whatever thing God has stamped, that is the final. Not man will now predict. Now I want to let you people know the person that will be right on the seat need prayer 6 months you will see start changing. But they will fight this person who fights the combo. They will fight the person who, if the person will not stand well, I don't know, and I don't know, I don't know.
To those that are gullible, they will think this man is hearing from God. Yet, this man just had a conversation, maybe with a few politicians who analyze issues that have to do with politics. And from there, he came to a conclusion that this is likely to happen, or this might happen. So let me give it out as a prophecy. Or he might even have a plan to trigger everything that he has just said as a prophecy so that it comes to pass. These are very sensitive issues, my people. And these are very critical things that he's talking about. Bloodshed is not something that must be taken for granted, especially when we know that this warning or this prophecy is coming from someone who is a fake, as Jeremiah Omoto for fame. I commend the nation of Ghana. They made it clear before the year of 2022 began. The police commissioner in Ghana made it clear to all Ghanaian prophets that if I ever hear a single preacher or a single pastor or a single prophet who gives prophecies of doom as this one, we'll get them arrested. Because these prophecies, they cause a social unrest, they cause public panic. And it's only in Nigeria where this kind of madness can be allowed and tolerated. I want you to listen to what the Ghanaian Commissioner of Police said concerning prophecies of doom. If you're from Ghana, or if you know any prophets from Ghana, you can check this entire year if they've ever given a prophecy. If they've ever declared that 2022 is going to be this and that. If they ever predicted about the World Cup. They never. None of them, prophets and pastors and bishops in Ghana, will ever open their mouth to make prophetic declarations because the commissioner is watching them. And is just waiting for one of them to give a prophecy and monitor it and see if it comes to pass during that, in the time frame that he would have specified. And if it doesn't, straight to prison. That's why Ghana has been silent. All of them have been dead quiet, not prophesying about anything, not making any predictions. They are all now being managed and controlled and regulated. I wish if we can have commissioners of police in all parts of Africa, commissioners of police who can really hit hard on these criminals, these pulpit bandits, because these men are not of God. They are not hearing nothing from God. They'll make you believe they're hearing from God, but there's no God communicating with them or giving them any prophecies. They just want to make you people afraid. And when they make the society, the community afraid, it makes it easier for the community to be, vulnerable to the society, to be vulnerable to the politicians, to feel threatened and keep them close and protect them. But what they do not know is these have nothing of the Spirit. These are just wolves in sheep's clothing. I want you to listen to what the commissioner of police in Ghana said concerning these jagabans, concerning these false prophets giving these prophecies of doom that never come to pass.
Hello fam, welcome back to the African Diaspora News Channel. I am Ungil Zalalem bringing you this report. Today's report comes from Ghana. Ghana is warning their preachers of prophecies going in 2022. As you all know, some preachers, some call themselves prophets, they tend to tell people what the future holds or what the next year will bring. And so Ghana police is saying, be careful or else we will take measures. Let me show you this clip. We'll come back and discuss.
President of the Ghana Charismatic and Pentecostal Council, Reverend Professor Paul Frimpong Manso, has welcomed the latest statement from the police warning pastors and other religious leaders against prophecies that are likely to cause fear and panic and disturb public peace. Ahead of church services usually held to mark the end of the year and to usher in a new year, various religious leaders announce prophecies, sometimes declaring the death of persons. The police say while freedom of religion is guaranteed under the Constitution, the communication of prophecies of harm, danger and death by some religious leaders can cause tension in society. According to the police statement signed by Director of Public Affairs of the Police Superintendent Alex Obeng, persons found guilty of such practices could be liable to prison term.
As you saw, what the police are saying is, even though there's free speech in the country, you should not be allowed to scare Ghanaians or, talk about who's gonna die. So the police said, as the year 2021 draws to a close, the Ghana Police Service wishes to draw the attention of Ghanaians, especially religious groups, to the fact that whereas we have the right to religion, freedom of worship, and free speech, all of these rights are subject to the respect for the rights and freedoms of others according to our laws.
Ghana did a very marvelous thing. That's why there's been peace in Ghana. That's why the Ghanaian prophets and pastors have been behaving of late. They are still trying to fake miracles. They are still trying to do other things, but none of them will ever prophesy about what's going to happen or what is coming. Because any false prophecy you give, you'll be taken to cells. You'll be taken to prison. So to the nation of Nigeria, I hope you take this man in, and let's wait for the elections to come. Let's see if what he has said happens. That is, if he does not trigger it to happen. Because Omoto is connected to these Tompolo and these Delta militants who can do anything. So be aware, my people. If you see it almost trying to happen, just know the man is behind it. If it doesn't happen, we all know that already, that there's nothing that comes from this man's mouth, that is the truth. He lies about everything. And I can promise you one thing. If any of these things don't happen that he has said, he will do another video to say he never said these things will happen. That's his modus operandi. Without shame, you say to the people that, I never said it. But then the law enforcement in Nigeria is very, when it comes to these pulpit bandits, they are not strict. They allow them to do whatever they want because they're probably benefiting from them as well. But if Nigeria had responsible law enforcement agencies, by now Jeremiah Omoto should be behind bars for trying to cause panic and a social unrest during the period of elections. Mark them and avoid them. Especially this one from Nigeria called Jeremiah Omoto for fame. He has nothing of God. Pure native doctor. So till I meet you again on the next episode of the Enlightenment series, it's Mr. Pull the Trigger. I'm out.